this comes with the whole boundary thing. And, a lot of girls will say, oh, you're insecure. And what I always respond to that when they say that you're insecure for saying I can't go out or I can't do certain things, I say, well, who's more secure? The man that has boundaries and tells you what those boundaries are and is willing to enforce them? Or the man that's too scared to tell you what it is and kind of lets you just run amok because they're scared of losing you because of this whole insecure thing? And this is where I kind of have to deprogram men to let them know, look, you're going to have very uncomfortable conversations with your girls sometimes and tell her no, you're not doing that. And if you do, you're fucking out the door. And it's guys are scared because they're like, oh man, she's going to leave me. I don't have the ability to dictate that. But you'd be shocked at how just you putting your foot down and saying I don't commit to girls that do XYZ type behavior will make them have to choose. Okay, well, am I going to go ahead and do said behavior that he doesn't like, or am I going to go ahead and value this relationship? And honestly, this is survival of the fittest. If she decides to go out and party, well, good job. You've effectively removed a girl that's going to be problematic and cause you a lot of headache later on. So yes, it might be some initial pain now, but it's going to cause you long-term success later on because you got rid of that girl that was problematic. It's like having a tapeworm, right? If you know that you have a tapeworm in your stomach, in your gut, is it going to suck to get it out in the initial stages? Absolutely, right? It's going to suck. It's going to be painful. It's going to be uncomfortable. However, if you let that tapeworm stay there because you're too scared to do the surgery and have that discomfort, well, that tapeworm is going to grow and absolutely destroy you from the inside out. This is how you end up with guys where they're in a relationship with a girl, they commit to the girl, they marry the girl, right? Finances start getting tied together, they make it work for a couple of years, then they have kids. Now, that tapeworm is fully grown, and there's no way to take it out without killing the host. And I don't think enough men understand this, that you putting your foot down later on, you putting your foot down early on is going to prevent you from her putting her foot on your neck later on. That's the truth. You either put your foot down now or she puts her foot on your neck later. So you pick and choose what you want to do. And I would argue most men are okay with a woman keeping a foot on their neck. And that's how you end up, ironically enough, in the position where the relationship is miserable. Because enough guys don't understand that that you need to get rid of problematic women immediately, right? Rich Cooper always says, hire slow, fire fast. You need to be the same way with women, right? Wife her up slow, but get rid of her quickly. And if she can't go ahead and just obey a simple task, hey, I don't need you to do X, Y, Z or stay home, and she doesn't want to do that, get rid of her. One guy I remember super chatted in, right? I'll never forget this. It was literally a week ago or so. The guy is, he says, hey guys, I broke up with my girl because I told her not to go out on New Year's Eve to this place, and she went anyway. Did I make the right decision? Now, we had a bunch of girls on the panel, so I said, you know what? Let's see what the girls got to say. Every single one of the girls said that he made a bad decision because they were together for 2 years.
She just going out.
He should have had a conversation with her, and it wasn't that serious to rise to the level of dropping her. Now, I think only one girl said that he made the right choice, and I think she was in a long-term relationship. Yeah. But all the other girls, even the ones that were in relationships, said that his response was too drastic.
Too harsh.
It was too harsh. It wasn't necessary. And thank God that I let the women go ahead and give that answer because it proves what we've always said. Women are not really in a position to give you advice as a guy because if you let them make the decision for you, it's always going to be less punitive, not holding them accountable, and put them in a position of power where they can disrespect your authority while simultaneously getting the same benefits like you described before. They want to go ahead and be wifed up, but they want to behave as if they're not, as they're single. And that's something that needs to be nipped in the bud early on in the relationship. You want a relationship with me, right? You take the for sale sign off. But modern women dupe a lot of guys and tell them, hey, look, it's okay for me to have the for sale sign even though you paid full price for this, right? And there's two guys. There's guys that say, you're going to take that fucking sign off, bro, so I'm going to bring you back to the fucking car lot. Or, right, oh, no, it's okay. You can keep wearing the sign because I want to keep driving this car. And then who runs who? The car's driving you. You're not driving the car anymore. And this is like a dynamic that so many men don't understand because it's perpetuated and reinforced, right, in popular culture. All the women said that he acted too drastically in that situation, even though he made the right fucking call. And I would argue, if you took a majority of men, right, this is just the women that said that stupid shit, I'll take it a step further. It's not even a woman problem. If we went across America and we gave the scenario, look, they've been together for 2 years. He told her not to go to New Year's Eve party. She went anyway, and he broke up with her. Even the men would say, yeah, bro, that's a little harsh. 2 years, damn. And that just goes to show how much of a fucking society we have where men get shamed by other men for putting boundaries on female fuckery. This is why I go on something like fucking Jubilee, or I debate these liberals, and they look at me as an extremist. Oh, you're a far-right extremist when it comes to intersexual dynamics. Like, you don't respect women. No, I respect women to behave like women, and that means that they need authority. And that means that you need to have hard-line fucking boundaries with them, or else they're going to fucking run amok on you. And this is what it is, and this is where we are in society now, where a majority of people will accept intolerable and unacceptable female behavior under the guise of, oh, you're overreacting, oh, it's not that serious, etc. It's very fucking serious, because a woman that betrays her man and doesn't obey his commands is the same as a man that's not willing to stand up to protect his woman in times of danger. It's the fucking same. It's a betrayal to the highest degree. But we live in this crazy egalitarian world where for some odd reason they think male betrayal and female betrayal is the same. No, it's not. We're completely different. A woman that betrays you and your trust and doesn't obey is the same as you that betrays her when the rubber meets the road and someone fucking comes in and tries to take her life. You don't stand in and protect her. That's the biggest form of betrayal for the man. And that is equivalent to a woman not obeying your commands. And I think men need to wake up and understand this shit, that if a woman doesn't listen to what you say, that's a microcosm of a way bigger fucking problem where this tapeworm is going to grow and eat you and destroy you. And you won't be able to get rid of it without dying. So guys got to wake up, man.
Dude, real talk. And it's funny, a lot of guys tend to ask you guys and myself, okay, you guys talk about standards, boundaries and expectations. I want you guys to understand this. This is some free game I'm going to give you guys. In this day and age, never, ever, ever angle for a relationship with your woman first. The reason why I advise my guys to never angle for the relationship first is that because when you ask a woman for her commitment, you are indirectly letting her know that she has fulfilled all of the requirements to secure your commitment. And when she thinks that she has met all the requirements to secure your commitment, guess what she also thinks? She doesn't have to do anything to keep your commitment. You can't, and here's the thing. You can't be dating a girl for 6 months and say, okay, you can't be on social media. No, guys. We can't control women, nor are we interested in doing that. You can't control your woman. No, women don't like controlling men. They love men who are in control. And so when you're dealing with women in this way, they're only going to respect you if you are steadfast in your boundary standards and expectations. So now some people are thinking, okay, well, if I don't set, how do I get boundary standards and expectations? Pardon me. I think what a lot of men have to understand, and I'll give you just a little bit of game here. The unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. That is a simple exercise to show a woman that you're dealing with in order to be in a committed relationship with you. So I'll give you guys sort of the Reader's Digest version. So you're fucking a woman. You guys are having fun. If she likes you enough, inevitably she's going to drop you. She's going to drop these. So what are we? What's our title? What's our friend? What do I tell my friends? What do I tell my family? You tell her, you put it off. Look, you don't want to be in a relationship with a guy like me. You have to put her off. Never tell a girl yes the first time she asks to be your girlfriend. She's going to try it 2 or 3 more times. The third or fourth time, you give her the unlock your phone and hand it to me right now test. And here's how you do it. Donovan, I want to be in a relationship with you, and I'm telling you, if we're not going to be in a relationship, then we can't have sex anymore. We have all heard that. Either give me the commitment or I'm taking the vagina off the table. So you tell the girl, okay, do you really, really want to know what it's like to be in a relationship with a guy like me? Yes, I want to know. Okay, unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. Okay. Now she's going to look at you. She's going to look at you like a deer in the headlights because she doesn't want you to know that she's talking to 5 or 6 other guys. She likes you the most. That's why she's trying to consolidate on you. But when you tell her to unlock your phone and hand it to me right now, that indirectly, also directly and indirectly lets her know that this is going to be the standard. I am not going to commit to a woman who routinely acts single. Well, the next time she asks you, hey, I'm ready to be in a relationship. Here's my phone. Now, you're not going to look at the phone because you're not really going to take her word for it because she probably erased all the. So at that point, she's going to ask you, okay, I gave you my phone. Are you ready to be my boyfriend now? You tell her that's a start. She's going to say, that's a start. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And this is where you drop it on her. Listen, I'm not your father, and I'm not going to tell you what to do or what you can't do, but I will tell you this. I don't date women who are on social. I don't commit to women who are on social media. I don't commit to women who go to bars and clubs. I don't commit to women who travel for work. And I don't commit to women who go to spring break. She's going to ask you, well, does that mean that I have to delete Instagram? No, that's not what that means. But what I am telling you is that if you are on Instagram, you are a woman that I don't commit to. So if I go to the bar or the club, are we still in the relationship? No, because I'm not going to allow you to put our relationship at risk. And the bottom line here with this particular conversation is that there are way too many men who try to give women ultimatums. If you go to the club, we are finished. Don't give them don't give them ultimatums, gentlemen. Give her choices. You can either go to the club or you can either be with me, but you can't have both. And men who characterize it and put it like that, those are the men that women respect.
And I also want to bring attention to this, right? Because we got in the chat that said, oh, these three need Jesus. Okay. Here's the problem, buddy. Jesus isn't going to save you. He can't even save these fuckers. What do you think is going to happen with you, right? These tradcons, these Christian guys, these Muslim guys, whatever it is, whether these religious guys, you guys got to understand that religion is no longer strong enough of an institution to keep female hypergamy at bay.
There you go.
I'm going to say that one more time. Religion, and we can actually talk about society in general. Religion, shame, society, governance, etc. These things are no longer in place to curb female hypergamy. All right? So, like, to sit there and say, oh, well, you know, religion is going to solve everything. Look, you're devout, you're Christian, awesome. But for you to sit there and try to say, okay, I'm religious, so therefore I'm going to go ahead and apply this, my God pill to women, it's not going to save you because most women don't identify as religious whatsoever. And we've even seen it where the most religious of women, the most traditional conservative of women, guess what? They reserve the right to always become a feminist whenever it benefits them. Don't believe me? Look at Steven Crowder's wife right now. Devout Christian. Didn't have a high body count. Great woman, right? Now she's trying to destroy him. Still keeps his last name, by the way. Time to take the kids, etc. This happens every fucking day in America. So, again, if it was 1954, I would say, cool, go ahead.
Cool.
Let's use the church. Let's use the mosque. Let's use the synagogue to keep women in line. But religion is no longer as powerful as an institution as it used to be to curb and deal with the detriments of modern feminism today. You must adapt to the new fucking normal. So yes, some of you might say, well, this is extreme. What do you mean? Like, she needs to ask you for the relationship. What do you mean? Unlock your phone, whatever. This is, right, adaptation, my friends, to the new normal, to the new sexual marketplace, to the modern woman. Now, are there women out there that are God-fearing religious women? Of course.
Sure.
You might be able to find one. If you can, more power to you. But what I am telling you is a majority of women don't. And a majority of women are going to subscribe to secular, non-religious worldviews that typically are tied intimately to feminism. So since that's the new normal that we're in, you need to adapt to the new normal, bro. You're probably more than likely not going to find your next girlfriend or wife at a church. Sorry. You're probably not going to find your next girl at the mosque. Sorry. It's just not going to happen, bro. Like, unless you're a Ben Shapiro, you're not going to find your fucking girl at the fucking synagogue either at Harvard, where you both come from affluent families and your goals align. It's not going to happen. And these tradcons try to sit there and tell you, oh, it's possible, but is it probable? The answer is a profound fucking no. It's not happening, guys, for a majority of you. So you need to adapt to new normal and understand this is how modern women move, and the training wheels that we had in place with religion, shame, the government, all of these institutions that used to keep hypergamy at bay, they're fucking gone. So now you got to deal with the new situation in 2025, not fucking 1955.
Extreme times call for extreme measures. You can listen, 50, 60, 70 years ago, is it extreme? Now, obviously, the phone didn't exist back then, but yeah, 50, 60, 70 years ago, was it extreme to be doing and saying the things we're doing and saying? Absolutely. But like I said before, extreme times call for extreme measures, and you can either adapt or you can get left behind or you can get used like a tennis shoe. It's up to you.
The guys that get cleaned out the most are the religious guys.
Of course.
Because they literally say, oh, I'm putting everything on God. That's cool. But here's the problem, my friend. You put everything on God, but she doesn't.
Nope.
It's only going to work if she fears God. And I'm here to tell you, a lot of these are godless, secular fucking demons.
100%.
I'm the one that has the fucking balls to tell y'all niggas this on the internet. This is the truth. A lot of them don't give a fuck about religion and don't fear God like you do. So they're not going to hold they're not going to hold the same values and standards that you do. They might go ahead and sell you a dream. Oh yeah, no, I'm a religious, God-fearing woman, but they're really not, bro. They're really not.
And I'll tell you something else too. And here's what a lot of guys need to understand. Dude, modern women don't have any steadfast beliefs of their own. They don't. They pretend they do. But I'll tell you this. Modern women only believe what the strongest men in their lives believe. And if you are the strongest man in her life, then she will fall into your belief system. If you're a Christian and you're the strongest man in her life, praise be to God. If you're a Muslim, assalamu alaikum, my brother, or whatever the case may be. If you're an atheist, there is no God. If you're a Trump supporter, make America great again. If you're the strongest man in her life, and you're even a Kamala supporter, guess what? She's going to be anti-Trump along with that. Understand, gentlemen, that women use religion to sell purity. It's not really about religion and God. It's about, is my man strong enough to lead me? Will I follow him where he goes? Again, modern women only believe what the strongest men in their lives believe. So if you get with a woman and you don't start to see your woman's beliefs, whether they're religious or political, start to align with yours, you're not the strongest man in her life, my friend.
I mean, think about this. She won't submit to God. Why would she submit to you?
Ooh.
Think about this. Because she's going to say, I'm a Christian, but partying on Saturdays.
Yep, there it is.
I'm a Christian, but take the word in her own light and say, oh, women first, because I feel this way. So if they don't submit it to God, why are they going to submit to you?